With the Bifid cipher, you always have to have an even number of letters in your message. So I just added a dummy character, X, to the end of my message. So it says test day X. You can add any dummy character you want. We usually choose X or Q or J because those letters are not easily confused with the message itself. Alright, the next part of the Bifid cipher is to create our grid, our 5x5 grid called the Polybius square. So make a 5x5 grid. And we label the rows and columns with numbers. Alright, now I'm going to write in the keyword as the first thing in my Polybius square. Eventually, all the letters of the alphabet except for J, because I only have 25 spots, so I leave J out, are going to show up in this Polybius square. So I'm going to start by writing the keyword caution. And then I'm going to write out the rest of the letters of the alphabet, assuming I haven't already put it in because it was part of the keyword. Like A is already written in here, so I'm not going to write it again. So I move on to B. And then C is already part of the keyword, so I'm not going to write C, so I do D, E, F, G, H. I skip I because it's already in there. I skip J because I always skip J, K, L, M. N is already in my keyword. O is already in the keyword, so I go on to the letter P, Q, R, S. T and U are both already in the keyword, so I skip those and I go on to V, W, X, Y, Z. Alright, so now I look up each letter of my message in the Polybius square and write down the row and column in which I find it. So the letter T is in row 1, column 4. And the letter E is in row 2, column 5. And I just do this for each letter. S is 4, 5. T is 1, 4. D is 2, 4. A is 1, 2. Y is 5, 4. And X is 5, 3. Now I'm going to write all of my numbers that I have looked up here in one long string. So I'm going to write it as one single on one single line, starting with the top line, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 5, 5. And then I'm going to take the second line and just write it next to the first line instead of underneath. So I have 4, 5, 5, 4, and then 4, 2, 4, 3. And now I pair them adjacently. My first two numbers make a pair, second two numbers, etc. And then I look these pairs of numbers up, row column, in the Polybius square to get a new letter. So row 1, column 2 is in A. Row 4, column 1 is in M. Row 2, column 1 is O. Row 5, column 5 is Z. Row 4, column 5 is S. Row 5, column 4 is a Y. 4, 2 is P. And 4, 3 is Q. So this is my encoded message. Sorry, this was question 11C.